Howdy folks, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, the Mighty Bjorn, and today for you I have a Gunner Heat PC video. And what I'm going to be talking about is an update that was recently dropped for the Patreon copy of Gunner Heat PC. And I'm also going to show some stuff here from the said update. And actually some experiences that are attached along with it. Now what I'm doing is, right now I'm moving the M60 into a special position for some things to happen later. But let's talk a little bit about the update. First thing is, start off the top of the list, is they added a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer map to the game. It is a section of Germany for us to drive around, cruise around on, and also they added a couple T-55s as moving targets. And, well, I was trying to explore the map, but once again, damn it, Carl. You need to learn to drive, mate. Roll it over every time. But okay, that's really just me being old and shit, I think. I'm not too sure. Okay, so they also have a couple of the infantry launchers here. As you can see, there's actually a tank driving across here. This says T-55 AM. And I'm just going to kind of follow it a little bit. I'm not planning on shooting at it. I'm just trying to show you that, yeah, the bots do drive around. They did add a simplified AI driving that you can command, which all you have to do is pretty much look at a point on a map and hit F4, and the tank will go there. Not Alt F4, folks. Just F4, capitalized, highlighted. Just F4, not Alt F4. Although you can Alt F4 if you want to. Okay, so we're going to take a moment here. We're going to look at the M60. Let's get her zeroed in, and we're going to fire. We're going to shoot it at this a couple times, but let me talk more about the patch notes. They have also added variable zoom levels to the M60A3 TTS. So actually now you can zoom in and out on optics. It also, when you're lased targets, there is an automatic lead to the M60A3. You use the last 1.5 seconds of turret traverse rate to judge the lead. Lays to activate, control, I believe it's Control E to remove the lead. Another way of doing it, if the tank you are lased at suddenly stops, just laze it again. That usually works pretty good too. There is independent stabilization was added for the T-72 M1 as well as the M60 TTS. As you can see, we're starting to get on way here. Fire gating, which prevents the gun from firing on the T-72 M1. That has to do with the stabilization. You'll actually catch a glimpse of that in another video I have coming up. Also, shameless plug here really quick. If you want to see more Gunner Heat PC content from me, hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm actually working on doing guides. This is just an update I wanted to do. Probably less for us Patreon guys, because the guys with the Patreon copies, they know this has been updated and they know this has been patched. And since then, we all know. This is more or less for a public preview of seeing, hey, they're actually doing quite a bit of development on this game. It's moving far. Improved lighting, things like that. There's not a whole lot here I'm really going to cover. They fixed the damage logs. The damage logs no longer report spalling. They've worked on improving the grass effects and tree effects on the range. So actually the range is a little bit more stable. I didn't really have a whole lot of problem with that, but you know, still every once in a while I have problems with that. Animated fins on the the 9 M111 and the tow missiles. Tow missiles, they added the navigation jets. So basically, just kind of saying, yeah, they did all this different stuff. Now, what you see me doing here is just driving around the nice Germany map and just kind of cruising around, showing the map off a little bit, showing the terrain off. Now, no buildings have been added yet. You cannot knock trees down. There is no water yet. But it is actually nice to see a different map, even if it is just a little teaser map. Also, I like the different effects. You kind of got, like, you know, plowed farmers' fields. You have different kinds and colors of grass. You have multiple different color palettes. You have trees. You have hills. You have moving targets. You have all kinds of cool stuff. I especially like the moving targets. That's a nice feature. Right now I'm going to free cam so you can get a better glimpse of the map from a bird's eye view. As you can see, there's one singular road here, and there is only one singular road, major road. I don't even know if you really want to call it a major road, but there is one major road on the map with a lot of secondary roads. Some of those secondary roads are paved. Most of them are dirt. So this is somewhere in the German countryside. But that being said, I'm not exactly sure where. I've had a couple ideas, but just not exactly sure on a point yet. Let's drive around here a little bit more and show some of the trees off and different types of terrain, how the map looks. Right now I'm trying to show you the AI driving. The AI driving is still a little wonky. Now, one thing also I'm going to point out with this map, and this is an experience I've had with this current version. What you're seeing here is actually footage from version 30. It was version 29. He right after the developer stream on October 4th, he dropped the version 30 Patreon copy, and right away people did find some little bugs, little glitches. I found a couple little visual things myself. Took screenshots, reported them, put them in the Discord, and literally within, I want to say 2 hours, it might have been less. I mean, it was quick. There was a version 31 put out. I've never experienced something being done literally that quickly. So, like, hats off to the guys for getting right on fixing that stuff. I believe it was Action Fixer. Or Action Scripter, Action Fixer. Action Scripter guys who fixed that stuff. But it was like little glitches like grass clipping through the road. There was a portion of road I found that didn't connect to it was a secondary road connecting to another bit of road, and it didn't connect. So basically I grabbed screenshots of them, reported them, and they were fixed within a really short period of time. Now there is a couple other bigger bugs that they're still working on, but they've been keeping us updated, abreasted on that situation. So there's probably going to be, from what I understand, a patch later this week on fixing those issues. So a couple little minor bugs. I didn't find anything personally major myself, and I have been messing around with version 31. But like as I said, literally dropped version 30, and within hours there was a patch. Version 31, and you know, everybody was happy-go-lucky. Everybody appreciated the feedback was taken in very quickly and dealt with very quickly. And honestly, it was a nice change of pace. I don't typically see stuff like that. I'm not even just talking about the fact that they got on patching it, fixing it, and patching it right away. There's just those times where it's like you report something with these other developers and you're kind of just sitting in the dark of, okay, well, did they actually get the feedback? Are they ignoring the feedback? Are they telling me to go away? Are they actually going to fix it? Stuff like that. And basically it was one of those, as soon as Action Scripter had seen the stuff, he acknowledged the stuff in the Discord and got fixing it right away. It was real nice. You know, just the communication end of it was nice. Unfortunately, I have another game, a AAA title, Marvel's Avengers. Don't want to mention any names. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that too loud. That pretty much the game is in a broken state right now, and there's been bugs and stuff reported, and while they are, to me, I think they're using a bot program to acknowledge that, yes, we got your feedback. We're going to work on it. Because honestly, last week we did not get a patch for Marvel's Avengers at all, and I have not been able to connect to any of my friends in the last 2 weeks. I can play, but I can only play solo. I cannot play online now. And there's been no feedback. There's been no communication on that. Everything's been dark. Consoles got a patch, but it was a minor patch that was supposed to fix save progress. Now I got to try to drive through the trees here, folks, because the trees are not breakable. So I kind of do one of those of, okay, here's the woods, and I'm going to try to get out of here now because this isn't fun. But yeah, so, you know, as I said, it's nice to have that communication factored in with everything out there. So it's nice to see that there's developers that actually cares about the work that they're doing with their game, besides of shamelessly plugging Gunner Heat PC. I will put links and stuff down below that you guys can check out. One is to their Patreon, one is to their website. You want additional information, go ahead, go get yourself that additional information. But please, folks, feel free to comment down below if you have any questions. Action Scripter actually does from time to time peer into my videos. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's watched all my videos. So if he sees your question, he may answer your question, or I will try to answer your question if I can, or I will get someone's attention who can. That's the nice thing about being a community contributor guy. I got the ear of the people that I need to talk to when I don't know things. Of course, everybody in the community actually has that. It's a nice, it's a real nice thing, folks. This is a community type I'm not really used to, where communication is key. Everybody's happy-go-lucky. Hey, here's a bug. It's put in a nice way. Nobody's rude to each other. Stuff like that. The community's been really good. Okay, so we're going to mess around here with the toe, just to show you that the toe's here. Now, unfortunately, it is still just a green army man there for the toe missile. However, they did show during the developer stream. I'll also put a link for that in as well if you want to see that. And we're going to get a shot at an M60. Is that an M60 IC? Why, that is an M60 IC, and I just did a whole hell of a lot of damage to it. Now, back onto the Green Army Man and developer stream. There was a developer stream on Sunday. That is 10/4/2020. 2020. I'm going to put a link to the YouTube for that. That way it stays there, because the problem is while the stream was on Twitch, I'll put a link to the Twitch as well, so maybe you can catch the next developer stream and watch the videos. Now here's another part. This is the interior model for the M60. The last time I did a video, and previous to 0.30 or version 30, the M60 did not have an interior model. It does now. It has a mostly completed interior model. It's not completed from what I understand. But anyways, I'm going to put a link to the Gunner Heat PC channel in the video description as well. You can try to catch yourself the next developer stream. That was a nice shot on the gun mantlet right there. Look at that. And the gun mantlet did its job. I was really happy to see that, actually. Put one in the side of the turret there. But I'm going to use the YouTube link for the Gunner Heat PC developer stream, because for YouTube, it will stay there. For Twitch, it will not stay there. So definitely check it out if you're interested in more information or hearing more information. The developer streams are really nice because they can show us stuff that they're working on. Plus, the community is there, sitting there watching them, seeing this new stuff. They're asking questions about different various things about what they plan to add in the game, what stuff are they adding into the game, how is XYZ going to work, etc. So we're just going to show off a couple of the impact models here of the different impacts, spalling, and things of that nature. They are still working on the burn and explosion mechanics, and they're actually hoping, from what I understand, I mean, it may not happen, but they're actually hoping to have that for the next Gunner Heat PC drop for the Patreon. And I also believe, listening to Action Scripter, they're also planning on the next version drop is also going to be the new public build. But anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Listen to me rant and stuff like that. Now, like I said, shameless plugging once again for my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be doing more and more and more Gunner Heat PC content. I'm actually ramping up Gunner Heat PC because I'm starting to do user guides on how to use the different tanks, the different optics. It's all different from the different vehicles. And the reason I'm doing this is so that people have a heads up, because sooner or later, they've already announced it, the bad guy AI tanks are going to start shooting back at us. So we got to figure out how to kill those guys before they can shoot at us. All right? Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching my video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And hopefully I will see you for my next Gunner Heat PC video.